If you have not heard, Sacramento will open up the playoff Saturday at noon at Arco Arena. Fisher, and it's 2-0.
Derek Fisher wastes a little time getting on the board as that soft outside stroke.
And Bibby draws the foul. He'll go to the line for a pair. Mike Bibby. Foul on Kobe Bryant, his first.
Watch Mike Bibby just penetrates past Fisher. That would be Fisher, and draws the foul. So Mike being dressed.
Back in Sacramento, Queens. Fights on the court. Talking a lot of trash. Bad blood. I'm shaking. Hatred. We could spit on him. We would have spit on him.
We got many more years of this to come.
Yeah.
Sacramento led the series 2-1. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready. And the Kings were this close to closing the Lakers out. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. The clock's run out, time's up. Reality, gravity, and a preseason meeting with postseason passion. Oh, Christie put it back in Fox's face and pushes him back again, and we have intimate trouble. Oh, there's a fight going on. This is happening WWE. Chairs are being thrown. You better lose it now in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Go!
And because of all those games past, this Christmas present is our present to you from ABC. The Lakers in Sacramento as our holiday hoops presented by Michelob Ultra continues from Staples Center in Los Angeles. A packed house, a place you can't get a ticket to. The much anticipated rematch of the Sacramento Kings and the Los Angeles Lakers, who went 7 games in the Western Conference Finals a year ago. And then, as you saw, the preseason, there were fisticuffs and fireworks. And now it all comes down to this. Merry Christmas, everybody. Brad Nessler with Bill Walton and David Aldridge. And partner, a Merry Christmas to you. I don't know how merry this Christmas is going to be for these two teams. I mean, this building, you can feel it right now.
Brad, the emotions are sky high right now. The crowd thirsty as can be at a fever pitch. For the Sacramento Kings, they need to play with the poise, the confidence, and the composure of the champions that they're trying to become. But for the Los Angeles Lakers, it's still their world until somebody takes it away from them on the court.
Their world has been rocked a bit, though, as they come in with a 11-18 record. And we take a look at our Michelob Ultra starting line. Now they look forward. Chris Webber, Samaki Walker, Lottie Divac, Shaquille O'Neal, Stojakovic, and Rick Fox. And in the backcourt, Mike Bibby is back against Derek Fisher, Doug Christie, and Kobe Bryant. And, of course, Doug Christie and Rick Fox were the two guys involved in all the fireworks in the preseason.
Rick Fox wouldn't give it up to Vlade, and Vlade is looking at him.
So a little bit of a stare down already. Well, Rick said in the Los Angeles Times this week, it's not that I necessarily dislike Doug Christie. I don't know Doug Christie. Getting hit in the chin, I dislike that.
There's no place for violence in the game of basketball or the world in general. I have no problem with what Rick Fox just did. What happened in the exhibition season, that was a disgrace to the NBA.
Christie and Fox very close right in front of us now as Vlade Divac and Shaquille O'Neal are just about set.
Chris Webber is laughing and teasing Rick Fox.
Everybody up at Staples Center, and the Lakers control attack. Shaquille, the kick out. Kobe, feed inside to Fox. Missed in close, and it partially blocked.
Webber has been on a tremendous roll of late. Milk him early, set the tone. He can take Samaki Walker. Robert Horry's coming off the bench right now.
Bibby around a pick, got it back to Divac. Missed the jumper, and Walker up for the rebound.
One of the Kings' game plans, attack Shaq, make him guard the ball. Vlade Divac has got to knock down that jump shot.
Fisher outside, got through. Good opener for the Lakers.
Phil Jackson telling us that the keys for Los Angeles: find the enthusiasm and the team chemistry that marks championship play.
Bibby tried to come back with a jumper of his own.
Also get some bench production, which has been woefully inadequate.
And the first collision of the day, Shaquille and Vlade Divac.
The two King possessions have gone right at Shaq. Vlade setting a screen time and time again.
Foul is on Fox. Weber outside. All Lakers under the boards, and it's Kobe's rebound.
Two perimeter shots. You'd think you'd want to go inside against Los Angeles. Their vaunted world championship defense, not what it used to be.
Shaq down low, comes right back to Fisher. They play catch on the left side. There's a double team. Walker's open. Way short, air ball. Here comes Sacramento.
Something in transition. Pace. Sacramento up and down. Peja Stojakovic playing with a very sore foot. The plantar fasciitis plaguing him.
Peja in the paint. Nice layup.
Los Angeles come right back now and attack Peja. Run that foot. Make it burn.
Walker, that time, it's true in the paint.
Chris Webber can't get too casual or relaxed on offense. Samaki Walker is a very good offensive player when he's got the rhythm and the groove.
Stojakovic again over Fox. Kobe Bryant's second rebound. Here come the Lakers. Kobe, pull-up jumper. Got it.
That's like following the biggest diesel truck down the freeway on the 405, just clearing your way.
That's drafted. I know nothing about car racing, and that's drafted.
Lance Armstrong, bicycle racing.
Same thing, though, right? Kobe, another rebound. 3 straight for him.
Christie has his hands full today. Kobe's ready. I like the white uniform.
I do, too. Christie and Kobe, a little bumping. Couple words.
Kobe Bryant does a very nice job of just running right up the backside of Shaquille O'Neal. I never saw anyone better in the history of basketball at that than Pete Maravich, who would use all 9 players on the court, his teammates and opponents as well.
Kobe again. Just inside the 3-point line. You're right, Bill, he's ready.
Where's the offense for Sacramento right now? This is high-powered, high-octane squad that just seems to be out of sync with rhythm.
Bibby trying to stop a 6-0 run. Nobody can stop Kobe Bryant. He's all over the glass and on the offensive end.
Maybe a bit intimidated.
Fox playing it off the front.
Rarely have we seen a regular season game with this sort of tension, this sort of anticipation.
Weber, only the second time he's touched it, and this time it's good.
Great players, franchise-level players, the way you get your team going on the road, taking it to the hoop, get to the free throw line. Chris Webber, 20 and 10 each night out the last 4 games. Unfortunately, 2 of them have been losses.
Fox got his man in the air, got an open look, but didn't get the roll. Lakers ball out of bounds.
Shaq very active up and down the floor. Hasn't done much productivity-wise in the stat sheet, but just the way he's moving, you can sense that this is a team with greater resolve, the Los Angeles Lakers at this point.
Fisher hit his opening shot. This one rimmed out. Weber will drop it off for Bibby. This is only the 4th game back for Mike Bibby. He missed 27 games after foot surgery in mid-October. Try to get him going to Vlade Divac and Fisher with a steal.
When Shaq doesn't come, you have to take your own shot, Mike Bibby.
Walker underneath. And he walked with it.
Terrific slap-down defense by Sacramento.
Phil Jackson on the left, Rick Adelman on the right. Phil Jackson, who's been part of 9 of the last 12 NBA championships.
That's a pretty good run.
That's not bad. And Fox and Bibby get tangled up again. It's the second on Rick Fox.
As Bibby works his way back in, and remember, this is a team as Bobby Jackson looks on anxiously, desperately trying to get back into that action. Devin George checks in for Rick Fox.
Rick Fox gets a big ovation as he heads to the bench.
The pregame introductions, the fans were cheering, yelling, screaming for Rick Fox and booing, taunting Doug Christie.
Bibby had a nice backdoor cut, got the feed, but was fouled. And Fisher picks this one up.
This Laker crowd is ready. They don't like the shots that everyone has been taking at their team. The piling on as the Lakers have struggled out of the gate here. 11 and 18, only 2 games in the win column over Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. They were 19 and 9 this time a year ago. And Bibby misses a free throw. And everything that Bibby does wrong, they will cheer as well. Bibby was sensational last year in the playoffs against the Lakers.
By the end of that series, Mike Bibby was the only king that was playing any kind of ball whatsoever.
You can decide which players will be all-star starters. Log on to NBA.com and cast your ballot for the 2003 All-Star Game. Shaq's first bucket.
The kind of shot you force Shaq to take, if he's making that, you have to live with it. You get it back on the offensive end.
Bibby behind a Weber screen. A little bit short. Weber got it back.
Get your hands up on the rebounds, please.
Chris will take it himself, and Walker snaps the rebound down with 7 minutes to go first quarter.
What an awful start in the offensive end for Sacramento. 2 for 10. Yikes.
Devin George. Got it.
Devin George, so much expected of him. Re-signed him in the offseason. Big free agent contract, but been slow this year by a sprained ankle, which he tweaked once again. Missed the last game at Toronto Sunday.
Here he is defensively against Stojakovic. On the fade, what a shot. Wow. Stojakovic has 4.
Not much you can do defensively for something like that. The best shooter in the league steps away from the hoop after 7 dribbles, please.
Bryant double teamed. Weber picked his pocket. Gives it up to Christie. And Christie's foul by George going up.
A sign of frustration and disappointment for Sacramento. They turn a 2-0 break into getting caught by a guy with a bad ankle, and Rick Adelman can only look on in dismay. The step out by Chris Webber. The quick hands, very nice. Chris Webber playing with a very painful right hand. Heavily bandaged.
Doug Christie hits the first free throw, his first points of the night. Guess it's still afternoon here. It'll be nice sign shortly. And if you're sitting in a snowdrift back in the east, it's nighttime and it's very white. We understand that. It's been a beautiful few days here.
Is it still Christmas?
I think so. Shaq. Walker tried to tip it up there. Stojakovic with a rebound.
Weber has to gobble up that defensive rebound. That's how you set control of the tempo of this game.
Stojakovic again. Missed the 3. And Shaquille O'Neal tracks down a rebound.
Roddy has not been a factor yet.
Barely touched it.
Not a good sign.
And they steal it from Kobe Bryant for the second time. George trying to get back on Weber. He leaves it for Stojakovic for the layup.
2 beautiful passes by Chris Webber in transition. How fast is Devin George able to retreat?
Not fast enough. Kings are back to within 2.
Maybe some of the other Lakers could take a tip from him about running back on the defensive end.
O'Neal will go to the free throw line. 5 minutes and 6 seconds. What was once
being ready for what the Lakers are going to try to do to them physically. He said that Fox knows what 99% of NBA players think about him and how he plays, and that Fox, should just be quiet. When you get beat up, Chris said, you should just be quiet, fellas.
Oh, man.
The time for talk in Sacramento is over. Time to start winning some of these games. Last year, 3-1 LA in the regular season, 7th game overtime victory by the Lakers at Arco. The Lakers coming into this game are standing on the edge of a cliff.
Bill, one thing that Weber did say, to add on to that, is that he would gladly trade a win tonight for a championship in June, and that's what he is most concerned about, so that whether or not they win tonight or don't, their main goal is still to win a championship, and that's what his focus is.
Was that poll conducted by Charles Oakley?
Now, the Lakers have won 18 in the last 23 between these two teams. Here's a backdoor cut by Bibby. Beautiful pass by Divac.
That is so nice, and that's why Sacramento, of any team in the league, has the best chance of upsetting the world champions, because Vlade can do things like that and make Shaq guard him away from the hoop.
George behind Walker, got a shot over Weber.
That's a heat check for Devin George. Why hasn't Shaq touched the ball?
Finally does. Works to the baseline into a double team, and that's Fisher that's open. Got it. Derek Fisher, who we talked to back by the locker room before the game, and he wished us a Merry Christmas. I love what you said. Asked him what his health was like.
But then he just said, well, see, I got a bruised hip, I got a thigh contusion, and I said, well, sounds like you're 37% of the way through the NBA season.
Exactly. Coming up Saturday, January 4th, we'll be in Dallas to see two of the NBA's brightest stars. Showdown in the heart of Texas. Dirk Nowitzki and Allen Iverson squaring off. The Sixers and Mavs coverage starts Saturday, January 4th, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. The NBA on ABC. We got hoops.
But no mention of Steve Nash.
He's your favorite player.
I know Sean Elliott can't stand him. Doesn't even think he's one of the top 5 point guards in the entire NBA. I think Steve Nash is the most exciting and entertaining player in the entire league right now.
I'm shaded towards you. I enjoy watching him play myself. Weber hit the first of 2.
Will you please call Sean and bring him into the 21st century?
He and Brent are still stuck in a snowdrift someplace right now. Otherwise, we'd be able to get a hold of him. Weber has 4. And the lead again cut down to 2.
Sacramento has not played their game yet. They trail by 2. That can be their only redeeming factor at this point in the game.
Kobe Bryant looking for a screen from Shaquille O'Neal.
Shoot a jumper, Shaq. Come on.
5 on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to shoot a jumper. Here it comes. Nope. There it went. Bryant's fouled by Christie.
Shaq's encouraged to shoot the jumper from the corner of the key there. All but 3 of Shaq's field goals this season have come from inside the paint, averaging 19.5 points per game inside the paint, far and away the highest in the league. Next highest, Tim Duncan, almost 13 points a game in the paint. Take it inside and throw it down, big man. Come on.
Kobe Bryant kind of trying to shake that shooting hand that he was fouled on as he's going to finally step up to the free throw line. Bobby Jackson will come in as Christie goes out with 2 fouls. Jackson, of course, the starting point guard for this team in Mike Bibby's absence, and he's been nothing short of being an all-star himself almost.
Did not make the all-star ballot. Most teams get 6 qualifying players for that ballot.
I would make him the #1 write-in if there was going to be a write-in situation.
Did Kobe hurt his hand? Pinned in the corner, trapped by Christie. Nah, he's all right. Is there a more positive or more optimistic person in the NBA than Kobe Bryant?
I don't think so.
He's always upbeat. He always looks at the bright side of things.
He's put his team up now by 4 as we approach 3.5 minutes first half. Weber, nice spin inside against Oilers.
Beautiful basketball. Dump it into the post with a quick post entry pass. Split. You got a fabulous passer in Chris Webber. And then when that doesn't materialize, he goes to work one-on-one in the low box.
Let's see if Shaquille goes to work. He'll kick it back outside to Kobe Bryant on the fade and the baseline. 8 for Kobe Bryant. Matches his uniform number and gives his team a 4-point lead.
Bobby Jackson, like everybody else, has such an extreme disadvantage. The degree of difficulty of Kobe's shots.
Bibby. Bibby with 5.
The Lakers giving up penetration, something they never used to do during the championship runs. But this guy, Mike Bibby, I can argue for him as the league's best point guard.
Well, a guy that played earlier this afternoon would have something to say about that.
Jason couldn't even get one game against the Lakers. Bibby got 3 of them.
Great drive by Stojakovic on the baseline with a reverse lay-in. He's the leading scorer for Sacramento with 8, and we're tied at 21. First tie of the ball game. Shaq over Vlade. Still Laker ball.
It's not a good sign that Vlade is having a horrendous night. Usually he starts out pretty good and then fades down the stretch. Right now, at this point for the Lakers to just make the playoffs. I don't think that they're going to be able to come in there against Dallas, against Sacramento, where they will end up in terms of home court advantage. Lakers just want to be healthy and happy come playoff time.
Here's Mr. Santa. Got it. Right on cue. Shaquille O'Neal with 6.
He's moving tonight, and that's always a great sign for the Lakers. What a pass.
Great pass. Clark underneath is fouled. And Fisher may have gotten it in the eye on the baseline. He's going to be the guy with the foul, his second.
And the man at the line, Keon Clark, along with Jim Jackson.
Nice additions.
Oh, the new infusion of talent, which has traditionally marked dynasty runs. The way that Chicago added Rodman and Kukoc. And now Rick Adelman, Jeff Petrie, the Maloofs, they've come in and they've just added these really frontline players who were basically their 7th, 8th, and 9th guys. This is an incredibly deep Sacramento team, which is why they want to keep the pace up.
There's part of the Maloof family.
Joe is very fired up today.
I saw you talking to him before the game. Here's Ori inside. Bobby Jackson with a rebound. Chance for Sacramento to lead, which they have not done. And George is going to try to swipe that from him, but he goes out of bounds in trying to do so.
It has to be frustrating and disappointing for the Lakers to play this well and this dominant.
And they're up 1. Bibby against Shaw. Shaw with a steal. Trying to get it to George. What a free ball to Kobe Bryant. Almost tipped in. Shaq gets a try. Kobe says, let's pull it out. Try it again. And then he almost threw it away. He did.
That's got to be a foul. That Devin George is everywhere. He is trying every ball to be his. The floor cam on Christmas Day at Staples. The size, the strength, the athleticism of the world's greatest athletes on display.
The ball was everywhere but on the floor, as you can see. And finally, the foul is on Devin George's second. So Stojakovic walks it down the other way at the free throw line. 15th in the NBA as a free throw shooter, 86%. And as you hear him rip it, he's got 9.
It's amazing to me that Stojakovic is not 97, 98% from the free throw line. This guy, when you watch him shoot, it's like Yosemite Falls. Just so beautiful. It's like Mozart on the piano.
First Sacramento lead, courtesy of Mozart from the free throw line. Shaq trying to give the Lakers the lead back, and he's fouled.
Stojakovic quickly getting in there and alerting the referees that it was his foul,
not Weber's.
Right. Well, you don't want to get Weber or Keon Clark picking up any kind of fouls because Shaq just wears you down.
You saw the kid sitting on Shaq's lap saying that he wanted to see him go perfect from the free throw line. He's 2 for 2. I tell you what, maybe that kid's what he needs. What a great coach. Little kid sitting on Shaquille's lap, and he's 3 for 3 from the stripe.
Remember one of the great things that the Lakers have done with Shaq since he came over as a free agent. They haven't put the pressure on him about the missed free throws.
Right.
They haven't teased him. They haven't come in with all kinds of gimmick coaches. They just let him work it out. He's become a very good free throw shooter.
Bobby Jackson's opening shot's no good.
I'm old enough to remember when Shaq couldn't shoot free throws.
The best he ever did was as a rookie, and that was about 59%. Lakers working around the perimeter.
But the guy behind is yelling, give it to Shaq, give it to Shaq.
He might be right. Stojakovic with a rebound off the backside.
He could coach the Lakers.
No fouls to give either way here in the final 20 seconds as Weber drives on Shaquille. Horry clears off the ricochet.
Jackson transition. Kings livid.
Too high for Shaq on the pass from Shaw. Final 5. Jackson looking for an opening. Kobe on him. Horry with a steal, but can he get his shot away? Not quite.
Great defense by steps to the free throw line to shoot the technical foul. The kind of play that drives Laker opponents and Laker haters crazy. That Shaq's out there playing defense. It was an easy play to call. Chris Webber was bumped on the chest on the way up, was hit on the arms, and no foul called whatsoever.
Shaquille O'Neal on the bench now to open up the second quarter as our Holiday Hoops presented by Michelob Ultra continues from Staples Center. Brad Nessler, Bill Walton, David Aldridge, Mike Tirico, Tom Tolbert. Our whole crew here on this Christmas night, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas wherever you may be watching. Good ball game so far. Weber. Oh, he tried to go with authority for a little payback on the technical, and he hit the back of the iron.
I forgot to mention Ahmad Rashad.
I haven't seen Ahmad yet. I know he's here.
Okay.
Ahmad with a great feature.
Oh, wasn't that powerful?
That was something on our NBA shoot-around on Alonzo Mourning. Very nice.
And to wonder how much that hand is bothering Chris Webber. That brace cannot be comfortable. He's looking down at it right now. Down the lane, the parting of the Red Sea of the Laker defense with Shaq on the bench. Why not attack the hoop every single time? Really seems to lose the ball on the way to the hoop. Clang, fortunately, Keon Clark right on top of it. Jim Jackson in the lineup now. What a terrific addition he has been.
The foul was on Bobby Jackson, by the way. Samaki Walker with his second field goal. Lakers back in front.
Get to be named Jackson to participate in this game.
And you have to have a Samaki going if you're with the Lakers. Fourth turnover.
Bibby's still out of sync. And when you first come back, that's the hardest. Your first game back is the easiest. But then it starts to catch up to you physically, and you realize how far you have to go to develop. What a move.
Quick move by Bryant.
No team in the league is better at attacking after getting scored on than the Sacramento Kings. You can't give up penetration. It just kills you on your defensive backboard.
Jackson into Clark with a finger roll, the left hand.
I like Jackson and Bibby up in the backcourt. Force the Lakers to walk it up. This is not a team that's gifted with tremendous ball handlers. Now that Shaq's out of the lineup, the set offense changes dramatically.
Here's Kobe Bryant against Bobby Jackson. A mismatch on the baseline. Got it.
Over the outstretched arms of Keon Clark. Starts to start calling for the ball down low.
Kobe Bryant with 11. Clark with that left hand again and that long wingspan. Shaw trying to come out of the pile, trying to get it ahead to Kobe Bryant, and Sacramento got back defensively just enough to break up what would have been a transition break. Holiday Hoops continues Saturday with the premiere of ABC's college basketball. Perennial powerhouse Kansas takes on Cal, part of the Pete Newell Challenge presented by Allstate. Saturday live, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, right here on ABC.
Pete Newell, like Tex Winter, like John Wooden, like Jack Ramsey, have made the game of basketball what it is today. We can never thank those guys enough.
Especially the big guys in Pete's case, right?
All players. Because Pete's like Tex, like Wooden, like Ramsey, they teach the game of basketball. It's not specialized. It's not the individual game. It's the team game and the complete, well-rounded package.
Lakers by 3. Bobby Jackson, the behind-the-back pass.
Devin George is doing it.
Bobby Jackson, nice reverse layup. That shows you why he came in averaging almost 20 points a ball game.
Since he went to the bench, this is Bibby's 4th game. He's been averaging 29 minutes. It's not as if they've buried him out there. This guy deserves to make the All-Star team the way he's played. Hopefully the Western Conference coaches will see fit to rectify the travesty of justice there.
Shaw just inside the three-point line. The old veteran with his first field goal. Lakers by 3 as we approach 9 minutes first half.
can't come to a stop. Killing a motion offense here.
Jackson to Jackson. That one partially blocked from Brian Shaw. Bring it up for the Lakers.
Lakers doing a better job of taking care of their defensive backboard.
Horry, that's almost the spot he hit that three in the playoffs last year, but he gave it up. He's got a little problem with his hand, and he has been giving up some shots.
Well, Phil Jackson, all of his coaches have always wanted him to shoot more.
Kobe Bryant got his own miss back, and now a pile up underneath, and every time you see a pile up, you're going to see some officials in that pile in a hurry for these two teams. And no harm, no foul. With 8:35 into that dribble back and forth over floor cam. At any rate, we got a jump ball with 8:35 left first half.
Lakers should control this. Samaki Walker cannot get out quick to the ball, which he was.
Man.
Inexcusable. A sign of the times for the Lakers. The other teams are getting to the loose balls first. Inexcusable.
Bobby Jackson, Jimmy Jackson, Weber, Clark, and Turkoglu on the floor.
Weber wanted the wraparound behind the back.
Clark on a fade. He's had a nice second quarter since coming off the bench.
It's a phenomenal addition. I can't believe Toronto just said goodbye. We don't want you. We can't use you.
He scored over 11 points a game and had almost 8 rebounds a game at Toronto last year. And then when you add Jimmy Jackson, another scorer, as Bill mentioned earlier, that's firepower, boy, that you've just added to the group.
And Bill, the reason Toronto let him go is the reason that happens a lot in this league. Luxury tax, salary cap. They did not want to go past the luxury tax, so they couldn't sign a guy like Keon Clark.
Jimmy Jackson just missed the turnaround. The other guy we were talking about.
Sacramento's paying the mid-level exception of $4.5 million.
Nice exception, huh? George for 3. Got it.
The perimeter players, the bench guys are delivering for Phil Jackson. He wanted bench production. He's getting it from Devin George and Brian Shaw. Samaki Walker's been solid. Sacramento has not been able to attack.
Turkoglu over Shaw.
Tough shot.
Shaw with a rebound. And looking to push it.
I love Brian Shaw.
What a push. Kobe. Foul by Clark.
Guys like Shaw, Rick Fox, Robert Horry, you love to play with those guys. They think the game of basketball. They're a lot like Yao Ming.
Be there in Times Square with Dick Clark. 3.5 hours of music, mayhem, and more. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. And I know Bill and David and Mike and Tom, they'll all be right in the thick of it because that's right about where the hotel is. Tuesday night, starting at 9 Central on ABC. Have fun there, partner.
We're promoting mayhem?
Mayhem. Mayhem in the PM.
Wait a minute. You're not going to be there?
I'm going to be in New
How
Orleans.
can there be an NBA game without Brad Nessler? I don't understand that.
I've got my own mayhem in New
going?
Orleans, the Sugar Bowl.
What's that?
Well, that's a big football game right here on ABC.
It's the NBA.
I know you'll be watching because you don't want to be out in that crowd.
I'll be at church.
That's good. I prayed for you this morning, by the way. 36-32 Lakers.
I don't know if you spent enough time.
I wasn't there long enough, I'm pretty sure.
Vlade finally his first bucket of the night. Well in for the second quarter.
Cuts the Lakers lead to a deuce.
Now come right back to Shaq and try to pick up some fouls on Vlade.
Kobe Bryant from 15.
This guy's at a different level than everybody else. Good to see Tracy McGrady come back to life. So after 10 days out with the bad back.
Tracy had a big game earlier today at 40. Kobe with the steal the other way. Shaq finally touches it. Kick out to Horry, wide open. Got it! The crowd's been waiting for that one.
Laker basketball, dump it inside, move on the perimeter. Shaq, a great passer, delivers it out, and Horry can knock him down with the best of them.
Blocking foul on Kobe Bryant. Vlade Divac says, did you see his reaction to the foul call? He's trying to work for a later call, maybe. Vlade, a former Laker, knows what it is. So great laughs that he's provided us with, and more on the way in a couple of weeks.
Right now, we're just getting cheers, though, from the Sacramento Kings. He didn't take advantage when Shaq was out of the lineup. Now he's back.
Jimmy Jackson's first basket.
if you're the Lakers. Right into Shaq now. You got Horry hot from the three-point line.
There it is. The in pass from Fox and the foul immediately.
Shaq is moving, and Vlade, like the rest of the world, is helpless at this point when he's playing like that.
Clark picks up the foul.
And with the perimeter players for Los Angeles stroking the jumpers, it brings out the defensive backcourt for Sacramento, and there's nothing you can do about it. All the timeouts, all the strategy, all the free agents. Kobe Bryant getting a well-deserved rest, although this is the kind of game you can just feel from when we talked to him today that he wanted 48.
He did for sure.
But enough of this rest. We haven't played since Sunday night. 24 years old, Kobe Bryant with a new baby due on February, just prior to the All-Star break. Congratulations, Kobe, and Merry Christmas.
He is looking forward to that. He is 5th in the league, by the way, in minutes played, right at 42 a game. Shaquille O'Neal is 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Bobby Jackson, he can shoot with anybody.
The strategy, though, so evident for Sacramento. Attack Shaq, involve him in screen and roll defense every time.
Sold out Staples Center here on this Christmas night. And the Lakers, it's not the first time they've played on Christmas. Since their move from Minneapolis 42 years ago, they have played 28 games on Christmas Day. They've been 10-3 at home on those Christmas Day ball games.
Shaq, the 3rd leading career scorer of active players on Christmas Day, behind Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Oscar Robertson, the career leader overall.
It's good company. Horry hit his last 3 from there. This one rims out.
All of those players on the NBA's all-time team was announced in '97.
And a foul. The college football celebration we've got for you New Year's Day on ABC at 1 o'clock. Penn State and Auburn get together in the Capital One Bowl at 4:30. It's Washington State and Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl, presented by PlayStation 2 at 8:30 Eastern. SEC champion Georgia takes on Florida State in the Nokia Sugar Bowl. Bob Greasy, Lynn Swan, and I'll be there. All kicks off at 11 a.m. Eastern with a Tournament of Roses parade New Year's Day on ABC Sports.
And that's where you're going to be?
That's where I'm going to be.
I don't understand this. Somebody's going to have to fill me in on this.
You got to talk to my travel agent. Or our stat man, Pat McGrath. He always knows where I am.
Supposed to be in New York.
O'Neal over Vlade Divac. And the rebound is Weber's.
With Mayhem. With Dick Clark. And you're passing on that. Vlade.
And a foul on Horry.
Vlade, at his best, can be so effective against Shaq. His ability to run the floor, his ability to handle the ball, put it on the deck and get to the hoop. But if he's going to play a passive, reactive game, the way the Lakers have been playing most of this season, not sure what good he's going to do Rick Allen.
Kobe Bryant checking back in after, as Bill said, a much-deserved rest. He's a leading scorer in the ballgame. Rick Adelman, every year his team has been better. 27 wins his first year, then 44, then 55, and then 61 last season as they won their first ever Pacific title.
It's not as if Sacramento should be tired. They haven't played since Sunday night, and that game was against Golden State, which was basically over before it even started.
That was sort of a cakewalk on 03-88.
They lost their 2 prior games on Thursday and Friday, San Antonio and Phoenix. Phoenix playing much better ball.
Are they ever? Fox. And that one's up and over the backboard.
But home court advantage is such an edge on Christmas Day. You got a built-in excuse for the visitors. They're whining and complaining. Oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be away from my family. It's just a calendar day for basketball players. Just get out and get to work here.
Jackson waited behind Weber and then delivered. 7 off the bench for Bobby Jackson.
Where would the Kings be without Bobby Jackson?
Shaq puts a shoulder into Vlade and over the top off the glass.
Nice recovery of the balance by the big man. Vlade seemed to be run over by the bus.
Nobody picked up Stojakovic. They finally do, but it's too late.
They're hoping Stojakovic can get healthy. Tough injury, plantar fasciitis, to play through.
He's had a good ball game, 5 of 7 from the floor.
The Sacramento's upcoming schedule is very demanding, unlike the Lakers.
What a rebound! Kobe Bryant, like he was shot out of a cannon, but he missed the reverse layup. Jackson all the way, over Shaq.
Do you think Rick Adelman ever lies awake at night and wondering, should I put it in the closing minutes of Game 7 at Arco a year ago?
Second lead of the ball game for Sacramento on that Jackson shot over Shaq. Double team on Shaquille, and he throws it away.
Zone defense a factor against Shaquille.
Jackson thought about it. Stojakovic won't even think twice, but he missed a 3.
Wonderful box out Kobe Bryant. Kept the bigger, more powerful Chris Webber off the glass.
Kobe Bryant with 7 rebounds. And driving to the hoop. Drew the foul.
Vlade picks up the foul here. Second on the night. You do not want to pick up fouls on other people when you're guarding Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille,
the great stars, and they cower. And they say, I don't want any part of those guys. Bobby Jackson, who's got 9 points this quarter, is the exact opposite.
and he's helped Sacramento to a 16-10 advantage bench-wise over the Lakers. Kobe with 14, and he's been on the boards as well. 8 rebounds.
But they went away from Kobe.
Yeah.
And things sort of got out of hand for the Lakers as they've allowed, through their own carelessness and lack of execution of the offensive end, Sacramento to come right in.
You talk about the triangle offense, and Phil Jackson was telling us before the game that those guys, Shaq and Kobe, can do so much on raw ability that they get away from the system sometimes, and the other guys don't get their shots or their points.
This team is built. Beautiful block.
And then he got hit in the face at the end of that.
How is that not a traveling violation? But Fox, Horry, Derek Fisher, Brian Shaw, they're all the complementary players. Terrific read defensively by Doug Christie. He had that reverse plan the whole way. Doug Christie, the only all-defensive player in the history of the franchise here for Sacramento.
And Christie's foul by Kobe Bryant. That's the second on Kobe.
But one of the criticisms that the Lakers are facing right now is that they just have no infusion of new talent, no spark who can come and provide that enthusiastic drive to the top to keep them on edge.
Stojakovic missed outside. The Lakers, it's been 4 years since they've had a mid-season trade to try to add somebody that would spark them offensively. And, of course, money problems is a big part of it. And they might have to buy a new rim after that one.
Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Lakers back in front by 3.
But who are they going to get? The rest of the league doesn't want these guys. And hopefully the rest of the league is not acting as a farm club for the Los Angeles Lakers.
But the Kings can add somebody like Jimmy Jackson. There's offense. Fisher made his first shot, I should say, and hasn't hit a three-pointer since.
I don't think the Lakers are going to make any goals. And why not? They've won 3 straight. Shaq is rolling.
Shaq just threw that one off the glass. And he rumbles down court, looking to the crowd. Bibby trying to tip it in. Kobe Bryant's 9th rebound. Final half minute of the half. The kick out. Fisher takes a look down and in and out.
Kobe getting it back.
Shaq got it.
Referees have swallowed their whistles. The Kings are standing around saying, hey, wait a second.
10.25 for the big guy, 17 for the game.
Kobe Bryant able to steal that ball away from the Kings. When you see a defensive player standing erect with his hands up, that's a sign of concession. But Shaquille O'Neal so deep, so strong. On the second one, able to throw it down, big man.
Final 5 seconds of the half. Bibby, crossover dribble, and Fisher touched him on the way by. And that's 3 fouls, a cheap third one on Derek Fisher.
The crowd at Staples Center is standing and have been for the last 2 minutes here. This is a regular season game.
They're into it.
And why not? This is such good basketball. Such dynamic personalities, guys who are just putting it all out there. Which is why I want to see more from Chris Webber. I want to see more from Vlade Divac. We have not had it
Weber's got the quietest 10 points you could ever see in the first half.
And we were talking last week on what an incredible role he has been on. That's why you want to put Bobby Jackson's heart and soul in some of these other guys' bodies.
Bibby at the line. We wondered if Floorcam could take Shaq. He missed the first one. He's going to land just about on it after the second try. Boom. 3.9 seconds remaining in the half. Bibby's got another free throw. The Lakers have actually been out-rebounded 15 times this year, and they've won only 2 games in that 15-game stretch. They're up 12 boards in this game right now, and that's helping their cause.
Rebounding is a result of your defense, and this is one of the best Lakers defensive efforts that I've seen all season.
Fisher through traffic. Good of it. Bibby, Stojakovic, Weber, Vlade Divac, and Christie starting 5 on the floor. Fisher comes up with a steal to open things up.
Not a good start. Over dribbling by Sacramento. One of the problems that the Kings are facing, that they can't attack Kobe Bryant through Doug Christie. Kobe Bryant just gets to rest and roam on defense, and then he's fresh on the offensive end.
Kobe over Christie is short. Rick Fox kept it alive. Kobe kept it in the hole. 17 for Kobe Bryant.
Everybody mentioned it. Tom Tolbert, David Aldridge, offensive rebound. You're never going to beat the world champions unless you control the boards.
Weber got his own miss. Tries to spin inside, runs into Shaq.
A lot of time. Reset something. Get something perfect.
Stojakovic, high floater over O'Neal.
Tease him, Peja. Look at the big guy. Freeze him. Say, stay down.
14 to lead the way for the Kings for Stojakovic. Fox on a cut through the lane. And drew a foul. Rick has not scored in the ball game. Has an opportunity now from the free throw line.
Peja Stojakovic battling through the plantar fasciitis, able to take Fox off the dribble. Historically, Fox has killed Peja Stojakovic. Stojakovic has never been able to really get on track and control the game. But you can never underestimate the number of games, the length of the season that these Lakers have played the last 3 runs. When you talk to the Chicago Bulls, when you talk to the Boston Celtics, teams who have been involved in these incredible dynasties, they say you're just worn out on a constant basis.
Bibby for 3. And the rebound, Divac. Trying to work against Shaq. Trying to fade down the baseline, and that's no dice there.
Got to go for the sky hook in that situation.
On the other end, Shaq had to make a tough catch and couldn't quite do it.
See, Vlade's really struggling, and he's got to find a way to get out of it. Transition hoops, give and goes, get to the offensive glass, set some screens away from the ball, get active, get moving. You're not going to be productive against Shaq in a stand there toe-to-toe matchup.
Weber rimmed it out of the baseline, and Walker with a rebound.
Kings are conceding the offensive glass. They're just retreating softly on the perimeter jumpers.
There's nothing but white jerseys when they shoot. Kobe, the bounce inside the Shaq. One more pass to Walker. Good look by Shaquille O'Neal.
Sacramento gave the Lakers life in game 4 a year ago when Ori hit the big jumper at the buzzer. Are they doing it for the rest of the league here tonight?
Fox is going to pick up the foul. It'll be his 3rd.
The beauty of the triangle, Kobe Bryant, the quick hitting attack, always on the move. The dump it down, and then Shaquille O'Neal with everyone collapsing. You should lead the league in offensive rebounding if you're a front court player teamed up with Shaquille O'Neal.
There's the finish from floor cam by Samaki Walker on the extra pass from Shaquille O'Neal. Stojakovic is perfect from the free throw line, and leads the way with 16 for Sacramento.
Would it have worked for Dennis Rodman as a Laker if Phil Jackson was the coach at the time?
There's a loaded question. And Kobe Bryant is fouled by Webber.
Everything is going LA's way right now. They're getting to the free throw line. They're controlling both ends of the boards. Kobe Bryant having the time of his life, taking whatever he wants.
What a way to spend Christmas, huh? Not bad.
It's nice up there.
Yeah, it's definitely nice up there.
That is a cool spot.
Kobe's got 18.
I believe when we were on the Love It Live tour last year, we called that place the Jabba the Hutt Lounge.
I like that. A little bit of everything in there.
Oh,
very colorful crowd.
More than a little bit.
Kobe Bryant's got 19. 8-point lead again. Just over 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Shaq has played over 22 minutes, Bill.
And no fouls.
Pretty good, huh?
They're not attacking him.
Exactly.
Lottie settling for the perimeter game. Confusion here. Jack Neese is going to pull the guys together. Ken Maurer, Ronald Lisiak try to straighten things out. Unfortunately, the voice of reason, Jack Neese. They're going to jump it up here.
Not too much reaction from either coach. We get another look.
That's got to be Laker ball.
It sure looked like it.
Well, if you're having trouble, you borrow my glasses.
No, I can't see through those things. You never clean them. So we'll jump it. And the Kings get the ball.
Do you think some of the Laker problems might be associated with the fact that Phil Jackson is now clean-shaven?
You said that the whole clean-shaven look. No power spot, no mustache.
I'd be concerned.
There might need to be a regrowth.
Beautiful post-entry pass Fox.
The big guy short-armed it a little bit, and that's why he was fouled. Third foul on Vlade Divac.
Sacramento's not scoring. They have no offensive rhythm whatsoever. They seem to be a dead team. Tom Tolbert was talking about how charged up and psyched up they are. I don't see it.
They're 1 for 6 this quarter from the floor so far, and they trail by 8. Shaq can give the Lakers their biggest lead of the night if he hits the free throw. He's done a good job from there. It's only his second miss in 7 tries.
Is Sacramento going to be the type of team like the Pistons in the late 80s that eventually became champions?
First, you got to get to that one plateau, and then
they battled the Celtics and then the Lakers.
Right.
And then, while the Pistons were champions, the Bulls and Michael and Scotty were coming up. Can Sacramento duplicate that, or will they just be always the bridesmaid?
Foul's going to be on Shaq. That's his first. So we just talked about the fact that he played this many minutes and not picked up a foul, and that one was trying to go for a loose ball on the floor.
The history of the NBA has always been the guys who hit first get the fewest number of calls against them.
Here's Rick Fox, steal and a break, and a layup. And a chance for a three-point play.
And that play is a classic example of why you don't make the kind of statement that Chris Webber made at the top of the show about Rick Fox, who was an outstanding person, an outstanding basketball player, a class guy on and off the court, a 3-time world champion, Rick Fox, who has turned down so many dollars just to stay part of this great Laker organization because he wanted to be part of the best. He learned about that from Dean Smith at North Carolina, and he has stayed true to his commitments the rest of his life.
Puts his team up by 12, and it goes right back to 10 as Bibby just rips a jumper, his first points of the second half. Rick Fox, all his scoring has come this quarter. Here's Walker looking for a foul, didn't get it. Stojakovic, but the Webber is snapped out of the air by Bryant. Vlade Divac pulls it off the backside.
Finally a stop for Sacramento. Now can they get something on the offensive end?
Bibby trying to pick up the Kings' pace. Bryant saved it. And a foul.
And now the Kings are starting to look to the referees to help them and bail them out. They might need to go to Bobby Jackson quickly. Mike Bibby is not sharp enough to play at this level, having only played in this his 4th game of the NBA season due to the stress fracture in the operation.
Log on to NBA.com for an exclusive gallery of photos featuring NBA players spreading the holiday spirit throughout the...
You cannot have this. You will never win another championship without the camaraderie, without the team chemistry, without the compassion for your teammates who aren't as gifted as you. You can't blame them for the problems that the Lakers have gone through this year. Phil Jackson, brilliant.
Fisher at the free throw line and missed the first. I asked Phil before the game, I said, do you even bring up the last time these two teams met in the preseason when there was the fight? I didn't get the question in my mouth. I said, absolutely not. I didn't say anything about it. Fisher got the second. 6 for Derek.
Bill, you know, Brian Shaw also was very public in saying, hey, Shaq, Kobe, you guys can't keep ripping us every time we make a mistake. We're your teammates. So the players had something to say about that as well as Phil.
And give credit to Brian Shaw to stand up to the two superstars, because some guys in some situations would say that and they'd be waved the next day.
Oh, my goodness. Stojakovic had to hoist one with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and he buries a 3. But O'Brien's been around 14 years. He has earned his stripes enough to say whatever he wants to his teammates, I think, and good advice.
The stability of the Los Angeles Lakers franchise to be able to withstand the tough times and realizing that it's not about just any 2-month period of time. Christie just having a world of trouble with Kobe Bryant today.
And he picks up another foul as well. January 4th, we'll be in Dallas to see 2 pretty exciting teams. One that ripped off 14 straight to start the season. The other one's got Allen Iverson. Sixers and Mavs coverage starts Saturday, January 4th, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. The NBA on ABC. We got hoops.
Isn't that traveling on Dirk Nowitzki when he comes down the lane like that? And I'm looking forward to Steve Nash head-to-head against Allen Iverson.
That'll be fun.
It's going to be terrific. Eric Snow, Aaron McKee playing good ball.
That'll be another.
And then the matchups, Larry Brown, Don Nelson.
Oh, yeah. Another electric matchup we'll have. There'll be some intensity in that one as Kobe Bryant drops in both free throws, and the lead is back to 10.
Because Dallas believes in themselves, I think. They do. And what I'm watching right out here tonight, I don't know if Sacramento believes. Beautiful screen, Christie.
Seems to be some doubt. Weber's been very quiet. That's his first points of the second half. 12 for the game.
Now, are the Lakers going to wear these white uniforms every game from now on?
I have no idea, but I like them. We do have 2 teams with purple, and on Sunday home games, we understand that's when the Lakers will wear it. Fisher with the shot outside. Weber will try again. And Shaq went up some authority to clear the board, and now he's running the floor.
The big man is rumbling. Get him the ball when he's on the move.
Kobe trying to dish it inside. They're going to call a foul on Kobe. That's his 3rd.
I believe it's on a 3 second
call. Second part.
Samaki Walker had set up camp. Sacramento's got to come alive here. They haven't come to Bobby Jackson. The patience of Rick Adelman.
Weber again. He's missed the last 2 from the same spot. Fox with the rebound.
The closing games, particularly 5 and 6, Weber was very strong with that move. He's been non-existent tonight.
He's only 1 for 6 this quarter from the floor. 8 on the shot clock. Shaquille, a little too strong off the back. The rebound is Christie. Christie all the way. And there's the Christie-Fox matchup. And the foul on Rick Fox. That's 4 on Rick. So Doug has been awfully quiet. His wife looking on. He's got 2 free throws to show for his performance tonight. Rick will sit with 4 fouls.
Doug Christie has had some very solid performances this year. But his ability to hit the outside shot, which is not the strength of his game. He's shooting the high 30s from three-point land.
Right.
But he's got to knock it down because he's not going to give you much in the mid-range game.
He hasn't taken a field goal in 19 minutes of play. So the 3 free throws out of 4 attempts from the line is all Christie has shown. Stojakovic just inside the 3-point line. He's been the guy, but it hasn't been quite enough. Cuts the lead to 7.
And he's doing it all by himself. And then he's having to do it coming to a dead stop each and every time. The Laker defense is dug in. And Shaq is just picking guys apart with beautiful passing.
Kobe through traffic.
That's a tough shot.
Divac the outlet to Christie. This might be a field goal attempt. It is. Chance for a 3-point play, in fact. Evan George trying to get to him. Picks up his 3rd.
Finally something easy. Finally a solid, strong defensive rebound after a wild shot here by Kobe. But as well as Kobe's been playing, fortunately they're able to get it over the top. And Evan George just misread his defensive stab.
Vlade, one of the top passers at any position, especially as a center, with the outlet, and Christie does cap the 3-point play. Well, it's closing the gap down to 4. Sacramento 6 straight points to make it 70-66. Shaquille O'Neal. Little wild on the hook. Fans were looking for a foul call. So was he. Sacramento can cut further into the Laker advantage.
If you're Sacramento, you don't want to get into a stand around. You've got to be wide open. The Lakers have completely controlled the tempo throughout.
Bibby, 3.
Got it now. That's the Mike Bibby from the Western Conference Finals a year ago, forcing Phil Jackson to call a timeout in this once seemingly
only his 6th 3-pointer of his abbreviated season due to injury, but none bigger than that one to make it a 1-point ball game.
Now can Sacramento take control here?
The Lakers have missed their last 5 shots. They won't get a shot there. They turn it over.
Robert Horry, normally expert at feeding the post. One of the league's best maybe in history.
And Horry, a foul, and the first time everybody squares off a little bit.
Chris Webber said, what's the big deal? It's a hard play, a hard foul. It was that matchup, game 6 of last year's Western Conference, where Webber was just having a monster game. Or he was able to take it out of him down the stretch.
Here's Webber trying to wrap around there. Horry with tough foul, and then a little bit of staring. No talking. And the officials quickly in there.
When you're a great player, you're going to get hammered. And you got to be able to walk away and accept that. And get it at the free throw line. Let your game do your talking. And then get some goon in there to take care of business for you.
Webber can give the Kings their first lead at the half. And does. It's Sacramento 71, the Lakers 70.
But Robert Horry, in no stretch of any imagination, could be considered a dirty or illegal player.
Shaq got it back and got fouled.
Rick Adelman calling for a traveling violation. A beautiful post-entry pass. Shaq on the move in deep. And that is a traveling violation. A little bunny hop. Got 2 feet on the move. Never really established any sort of stop.
I just can't imagine Shaq doing the bunny hop. He hits the free throw.
Shaq is very light on his feet. And that's one of the things that makes him so remarkable. Chris Webber right on top of the traveling call. Vlade saying, what's up here?
Shaq's free throw snaps an 11-0 run by Sacramento. Looking for his 20th point to try to give the Lakers the lead back.
But you can't come into this building thinking that the referees are going to give you anything. thinking that you're going to just win by luck at the end, and that's where Sacramento is really hurting themselves.
Shaquille O'Neal, by the way, is shooting 80% from the free throw line. We've got 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Is that tonight or on the season?
That's tonight.
Okay.
Bibby around a pick. Clark keeps it alive.
Bibby's looking much better over these last couple of minutes.
He seems to have picked it up a step, that's for sure.
He seems to have changed their interpretation of defensive rules, because a year ago that was called an offensive foul at a critical juncture of Game 6.
And still, Bobby Jackson sits.
Why?
I don't know. You've asked, and now I'm finally asking. Webber trying to warm up his quarter, which was pretty dry in its own right until the last minute or so. 15 for Chris. And another double-double. He's had double-doubles now in 15 of his last 18 games. Missed the second. And we're tied at 72. Bobby Jackson just got up on the Kings bench to head to the scorer's table.
Fine.
Shaquille against Webber. Baseline move. Too strong off the glass, and Bibby the rebound.
Kings escaped there because Keon Clark had tried for an impossible block, took himself totally out. Wow, this guy's hot.
What a shot.
You know, they got a hot hand. Great teams milk hot hands, bad teams freeze them out, as everybody tries to get theirs. Can they continue to milk Stojakovic?
He's got 12 in the quarter, 24 for the game. Kobe kicked his own dribble, and Bibby right there to swipe it. Now he gets it back.
Stojakovic.
That's the hot hand Bill's talking about. He missed that one. But Webber behind the back. Little too fancy when he didn't have to be.
Don't let the show get in the way of winning the game, please.
It is a 3-point lead, and that's the biggest so far for Sacramento all afternoon and night long.
They're doing a nice job of collapsing on Shaq.
George through some traffic, through a foul. Foul is number 3 on Keon Clark.
Chris Webber has played pretty well over the last couple of possessions. Not sure what he's thinking there at all. Nobody was even guarding him. It was his shot.
His to take, and he didn't. So George to the free throw line. Devin hasn't scored this quarter and still hasn't.
Missed the 10 games with the sprained ankle. Was pressed into heavy duty when Rick Fox was suspended for the first 6 games of the season. Shaq to the bench. Can Sacramento capitalize here?
With Shaq down the last 93 seconds. George missed them both, but the Lakers keep it alive.
How do you expect to win if you can't get a defensive rebound on a missed free throw with Shaq sitting on the bench?
Horry had it knocked away by Christie. Jackson trying to get it to him, but George, nice hustle. They're still playing catch. Finally, it's Clark off the Jackson line.
That's Sacramento basketball. A contingent of Kings fans here. This is incredible.
They didn't say much till now because they're up 5.
How did they get tickets?
Martin Lawrence said he couldn't get tickets. Fisher. Webber all alone off the backside for the rebound. It's Sacramento by 5 under a minute, third quarter.
Shoot it, Peja. Pull the trigger on a 3 in transition. Break the game open.
Christie.
Yikes.
Missed a 3.
That's the shot that just has to go down.
Kobe Bryant going to work against Stojakovic. The kick out to Fisher for 3. Nope, just inside the line. Just inside for 2.
Last shot time for Sacramento. They made a remarkable turnaround. Ahead by 3, but do they really have control of the game?
About a second difference on the shot clock and game clock. As you view it, we wind down the third quarter in Los Angeles. Stojakovic, no foul call. The air ball at Robert Horry coming down. Final seconds, Kobe Bryant. Good if it goes. Just short.
Sacramento, they have to be able to get to the free throw line. They've made major improvements. They've cut down the Lakers' offensive rebounding because this Laker team has come to play tonight. And now that Shaq's back in to reestablish order, we'll just have to see what kind of team Sacramento really has.
Here's Shaquille. Missed the hook.
Just missed.
Bobby Jackson coming the other way, all the way through everybody, swatted out of there by Kobe Bryant. Here's a lob for George. New life for the Lakers. The lead's down to 1. Christie had it stolen. Chance for the Lakers to lead.
That's where you got to go to Webber and Bobby Jackson.
Horry got the 3. Lakers back in front by 2.
Laker fans are treating this like the World Championship.
Tie game. Webber, a nice move around Horry. 79-79, fourth quarter.
Come quickly to Shaq in the shot clock. Run some splits.
There's Shaq. Webber on it. Kobe Bryant thinking about it. He'll take it. Way off the mark. Shaquille had a hand on it and was stripped down low.
This is very frustrating for Sacramento. They give up a long 3 by Kobe at one end. But at the other end, Bobby Jackson just gets roofed by Kobe Bryant. Devin George out in transition, able to throw it down himself. Robert Horry in transition, stepping right into it. A thing of beauty. The Lakers flowing like the proverbial river. And Shaq draining free throws like Jerry West. The way they used to wear the white jerseys back
in the 60s. The first time in 35 years in white uniforms. They will wear them on Sundays at home. Shaq knew he was missing that one. And
they called the
waved that one off, finally. And Phil goes, you know what, I think you're right, maybe.
He might have crossed the line.
He might have crossed the line just by about 7 feet.
Is that what Mark Cuban is arguing?
1 point game, Lakers in front.
Beautiful drive.
Around Horry again.
And you're talking about an exquisite defender in Robert Horry. One of the smartest players to ever play the game. Overmatched physically against almost every opponent he plays against out here in the Western Conference, yet still delivers.
Now we seesaw back and forth with 10 minutes to play, fourth quarter. 1 point Sacramento lead. 6 on the shot clock. Back into Shaq. And going to call a jump ball between Bobby Jackson, I think, and Shaq. And now if they don't get this jump ball, there's something wrong.
They're playing the Chris Webber on Shaq and letting Keon Clark guard Robert Horry. Chris Webber with a lot more bulk, power, certainly not the length of Keon Clark.
Chris was going to try to take the jump ball, and finally they got the right guy in the paint against Shaq. 7-1 against 6-1.
Let's see Shaq just dunk it from there on the jump ball.
That'd be nice. And now there's a little discussion going on as Kobe Bryant and Doug Christie are trying to get position on the jump circle, and we start doing a few things there. Get the officials cleaned up so we can get the jump ball.
Chris Webber's out of position.
Well, Shaq got the jump ball, and Bobby Jackson got the ball. Devin George got the foul. That was kind of ugly. Let's check in with David.
You know, guys, you see Gavin and Joe Maloof there, the owners of the team. They wanted to see this game in the worst way, and they wanted to see it courtside. They couldn't get courtside seats from the Lakers, so they had to go to other means. They wound up spending $30,000 for 4 courtside tickets for themselves and their 2 brothers.
Oh, boy.
They want to see their team play. You can't say the Maloofs aren't committed, guys.
I talked to Gavin a little bit at halftime. I didn't know he was that light in the pockets when I talked to him.
But that kind of support and commitment is what made the Kings the franchise that they are, why everybody wants to play for them. You talk to every college kid who has a dream of playing in the NBA one day, they all say, I want to be on the Sacramento Kings.
Foul is on Chris Webber, and he has 4.
And who would have thought we would ever say that?
That's right. That's right. As I said, every year they've gotten better. Rick Adelman now in his 5th year has done a sensational job with them. Last year they had a team record in victories on the road. They went 25 and 16 on the road. Christie, great defensive play. They're trying to go coast to coast, and Shaw's not going to let him.
Christie, a couple weeks ago, in the big game at San Antonio, blew the game open. At San Antonio, where the Kings won by 20 points, a very physical play here. The Kings not backing down at all. Kobe trying to hold off Doug Christie.
Christie's done most of his work scoring-wise from the free throw line. Rick Fox, 4 fouls on the Laker bench. Those were the 2 combatants, of course, in the preseason game that we relived for you throughout the day. So far, it's been a little pushing and shoving, but nothing that you wouldn't see in a normal NBA game. So both sides have played it cleanly.
Missed opportunity to win on this court. You've got to play perfect.
George, big jumper. 4 points in this 4th quarter, 9 for the game for George, and it's tied at 82.
Where are they going to get their dedicated and disciplined offense from? The Kings.
And a foul on George on the other end, trying to stay with Jim Jackson.
You would think with the success that Webber had going head-to-head at Ryder Robert Horry, they would come back as a major springboard. They've got an incredibly favorable schedule until mid-January when they head down to New Orleans and Yao Ming in Houston.
Webber has had his way with Horry the last couple times down. This time he missed wildly with a hook shot. And the Lakers with the ball and an opportunity to lead. Right now it's Shaw, Fox, Bryant, O'Neal, and Horry on the floor for the Lakers.
Fox wisely passing it up against the zone defense. He's not loose. He's been sitting for so long.
Kobe Bryant got around what looked like a foul by Christie, but there was no call, and then the ball comes loose. Bobby Jackson pull-up jumper, got it. Just instant offense.
Mental toughness of the Sacramento Kings be tested in his next 8 minutes of action.
Fox got too low on the baseline, has to bring it back on top. Shaw, 3. And the rebound is Webber's. Webber's 14th board.
Lakers are standing on the precipice. Can anybody push them off?
They're teetering, aren't they? Webber got Horry in the air. Nice floater by Chris Webber.
If you're Sacramento, keep scoring. Just think points right now. Robert Horry struggling, laboring, got the bad hand, got the bad wheels.
Still trying to set a pick for Kobe Bryant, but he missed the shot. Shaquille O'Neal went up, could not handle the rebound. Here comes Sacramento again.
Beautiful pass, Christie. Long rebound starting to go Sacramento's way. Come back to Chris Webber.
Christie drives against Shaw. Fox with a rebound.
Horry can barely get up the court.
He backs out, gets a pass, and doesn't have enough legs or hand to go up with a 3, even though he had a momentary opener. Kobe Bryant, off balance, going to the free throw line.
Terrific initial defense by Jim Jackson, who stayed down, used the breadth of his shoulders to keep Kobe under control initially, but then once he got into the lane, then it was all over.
Remember, more NBA action this week. Tomorrow night on TNT, Detroit and Washington tangle at 7:30, then Toronto at Seattle in the nightcap at 10, and then Friday night on ESPN2, Milwaukee at New Jersey at 8 o'clock. Kobe Bryant misses the free throw.
New Jersey looked terrific today.
Yeah, they did.
Richard Jefferson. What an outstanding talent he is.
Kobe Bryant might be a little bit tired. Missed that free throw, and he's 1 for 7 from the floor in the second half. But he was splendid in the first half, and I'm sure he's not done. We've got 6:48 to go as he got the second. Kings lead by 3.
He's the kind of guy, Kobe, who can just have the most horrendous stretch that all of a sudden clicks. The light goes on, and it's magic is perfect once again, and all is right in the world.
Weber all alone, Jimmy Jackson.
And the quick hitting attack. Jackson knew Shaq was coming, but if he pump faked, Shaq would have got there. Never even came to a stop, Jim Jackson. What a pickup.
Now the lead is back up to 5. Dangerous time for the Lakers unless they find some offense, as the Kings have matched their biggest advantage of the night. Jackson on Bryant. He'll take the shot over him.
Very difficult shot by Kobe Bryant.
Kings have numbers. 4-on-2. Bibby against everybody. The ball still loose. Jackson scores.
We talk about the infusion of talent. Phil Jackson has to take a timeout. He does not have it. Rick Adelman, seemingly unlimited firepower on that bench.
And now it's a 7-point lead.
They miscommunicate, and the back cut here to the hoop, wide open, as Brian Shaw pushes Rick Fox. And that pushes Phil Jackson to the edge of exasperation. And what is going on out here, guys? There's no communication. There's no decision making. You never want to get beat backdoor. If they hit a jumper in your face, stepping away from the basket, you can live with that. But to give up a layup when you're already facing a monstrous climb to get out of the hole that you've dug for yourself.
Kobe Bryant trying to end the 3+ minute drought and can't.
We're not getting a lot of good ball movement from the Lakers right now. I see one guy dribbling, 9 other guys standing around watching and waiting.
Lakers have missed their last 5 shots. Weber off the pass from Bobby Jackson. Rick Fox with a rebound.
Golden opportunities missed. Christie's missed some. Weber that time.
Shaquille O'Neal against Clark. Big swooping move and drew a foul. That's going to be 4 on Clark. Coming up in February from Dick Wolf, the creator of Law and Order, Ed O'Neill, and Sweet Home Alabama star Ethan Embry. The badge is back, folks. Dragnet, just the facts, ma'am. Coming in February to ABC.
Not quite sure what Keon Clark did wrong there. He just seemed to stand in the lane with his arms and shoulders back. He goes to the bench, and Vlade comes back in. 4 fouls. The instructions for Kobe Bryant of about a little bit more ball movement, getting other guys involved here. We can always get that shot off the dribble.
Shaquille's second point of the 4th quarter makes it a 6-point game. Just over 5 minutes left with Bill Walton and David Aldridge, Mike Tirico, Tom Tolbert, and Ahmad Rashad. I'm Brad Nessler with our ABC crew on this Christmas night from Staples Center.
And Derek Fisher stopped Mike Bibby, something he was unable to do in the Western Conference Finals last spring. Nice passing.
Bobby Jackson all the way across the lane, dished it back to Weber, who was fouled by Fox. And that's 5 fouls on Rick Fox. As Weber goes to the free throw line, we'll be going to David here shortly. Fox with 5. Weber with 21 for the game.
But the penetration of Bobby Jackson making it all happen. Laker guards, Laker perimeter players normally expert at shutting down that penetration. Jackson just too creative, too much of a free rein there, setting up Chris Weber. The problem this game presents for the Lakers is that this gives the rest of the league hope.
Guys, Phil Jackson said out of the timeout, their spacing is not very good right now. They're dropping in on shot, and the other guys are not getting to that second pass, which will lead to the open shot. That's the area where they're having problems. Somebody's got to score other than Shaq and Kobe. Same old story for L.A.
You saw that last possession. There wasn't even a second pass. Kobe trying to cut through the lane, run into a ton of traffic, and turned it over.
Kings are playing so well right now. Stojakovic can't even get in the game. Ido Turkoglu has been forgotten about.
Jackson again. And knocked out of there.
And Bobby Jackson says, what is a foul?
And he's checking to make sure he's still got all his fingers on his left hand, but it was...
He needs help. He's got something wrong there. We can only hope his fingers are okay.
left ring finger looked like the one he was grabbing as he went through the lane, and Shaquille O'Neal knocked it out of his hands and out of bounds.
It's a tough guy, Bobby Jackson. If he has to go out with 4:25 to go because of his finger, something is real wrong there.
Bibby's blocked by Fisher. The door's still open for the world champions, but they're down by 8.
Kings are going to have to battle through the referees here.
Just over 4 minutes, under 10 on the shot clock. Kobe Bryant straight on, looking at 3.
Chris Webber and Mike Bibby time. Two-man basketball.
Here's one of them against Fisher, who blocked his last shot. Now around a Webber pick. That leaves Jackson alone momentarily. Missed a 3. Kobe Bryant another rebound.
Shaq's on the run.
Kobe Bryant has matched his career high with 15 rebounds. Fisher got a big shot. The lead's down to 3.
And we have to know which joint it's dislocated at. The index finger is an incredibly difficult one to play with right after that occurs. The little finger being the easiest one.
And from what we heard, we thought it was ring. Fisher is his 4th.
Finally, the Kings get to the line. The pregame show, was that today?
It was quite a while ago, but yes.
We talked about the mental toughness of the Sacramento Kings and their ability to overcome the psychological collapse from a year ago. We're going to learn a lot in the next 3 minutes, 18 seconds.
Mike Bibby is only 2 out of 5. Now 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He got the second of 2. It's a 4-point game. 3:15 left.
You can't expect Bibby to be at the top of his game. The loss of Jackson here is huge.
Kobe Bryant looking for help, looking for the big guy who backs out. Kobe Bryant against Bibby Jackson.
Way too much dribbling.
And lost it again. Stojakovic, Jackson, and Bibby come out of the pile together.
Nice passing.
Jackson with a finish. Jimmy Jackson, that is.
If you're Sacramento, dig in. Go for the kill here. Don't go for the 1-point victory at the buzzer.
Fisher short on a 3. Blotto in the right spot.
How could Blotto not get that rebound?
Kobe Bryant looking for a pick. Fisher.
Not
again
close.
short. Shaq keeps it alive.
Nobody can rebound. From over the top, the transition game, the trademark of the Sacramento Kings. Jimmy Jackson able to finish because of the running and the nice decision-making of Peja Stojakovic.
And Webber has been hot from that spot. That's 10 in the quarter, 25 for the game.
Now we're seeing the championship response from the Sacramento Kings, and all Phil Jackson can do is call timeout and say, too much dribbling, too much wild, erratic shooting. Where's the team game?
Kobe Bryant lost the last time they were down the court. Now his team is trailing by 8. Quarter, a former Ohio State Buckeye, as was Lawrence Funderburk. They said, tell them to give our Buckeyes a chance. And that Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, they might be able to pull the upset. We'll see. That's football. This is basketball, and we got 2 minutes left.
Are you doing that game too?
I'm doing that one. I had to take a day off to come and meet you for the Dallas game. Whistle and a foul.
Sacramento cannot let up 1 iota. Their defense has to get more aggressive. This is the time of the game where the referees don't want to call a foul. But if they just start conceding plays at the hoop to the Lakers, there's a ton of time left. The momentum can switch instantly.
Right.
Here.
Kobe Bryant is a free throw away from his season average, which is 3rd in the NBA.
Chris Webber, who saw Vlade Divac's failure on the last rebound, said, look, I'm taking over here.
6-point game.
Don't wait too long. Diminutive point guard walking the ball up the court. What's that about?
Only Bibby's 4th game back. Jackson around a Webber pick.
Nice passing.
All alone.
Jim Jackson has been the star of the game.
He really has been in this quarter especially.
He was out of the league. Lakers need a miracle.
And they've only got 90 seconds to create one. Fox for three. Lowry with a good position for the rebound.
A defensive rebound. Who would have ever thought? And believe it or not, some fans are leaving.
Yes, they are.
For the exit.
Still have a minute 12 to play.
They must not know about Robert Horry.
Weber. That's been Weber's spot. Fox with a rebound. Fox only 1 for 8 from the floor, but he gets a big board there.
You have to make the Lakers take time off the clock here.
Kobe is alone. Long ball. Too short.
Get on the floor. Anybody want to win?
Several guys hit the deck, but it's the Kings that come out of the pile with it. And Vinny goes all the way to the hole with it.
Ball game.
10-point game, 47 seconds remaining.
The Kings showed me.
They showed you something, didn't they?
They showed me a lot tonight.
I agree with you.
They were down. They looked dead. They looked flat. Jim Jackson comes in. Bobby Jackson did it. And Gavin Maloof, while he's not dancing,
he's thinking that 30 grand on those seats looks better, doesn't he?
They're doing fine.
I don't think they have to worry. I didn't mean that.
Beautiful drive. The passing. The teamwork. Whereas we're seeing that from Sacramento, the Lakers are the team that's falling apart. And the buoyed spirit, the emotional outburst. It's wonderful to watch here for Sacramento.
Sacramento looking for its 23rd victory of the season as we check in with Mike Tirico.
Hey, Brad, if the Lakers lose here, they give me some teams. The Knicks, Miami, Chicago, Toronto, Cleveland, Memphis, Denver, and Golden State. Those are the worst records in the league, and those are the only teams that the Lakers have better record than. So that tells you that LA's right here at Christmas time starting to get to the major concern area, don't you think?
Well, I think a big deal is the mental breakdowns on defense. You just saw right there an easy layup. We've seen that 4 or 5 times throughout the course of the game. Mental breakdowns on offense. Inconceivably forgetting about Shaq. You can't forget about that guy. And then let's give credit where credit's due. They're talking about the Kings who've been down 7 points, came back, down 7 again, came back, finally down 12 in the second half, came back from that, and looked like they're going to win the game.
Brad, if the Lakers get lost 19 here, it'll be on Christmas night. Lost 19 last year, came 2 days after St. Patrick's Day on March 19th.
Yeah, Mike, and you know, when you put it in perspective, if you think about the Western Conference, who was the last team to make the playoffs last year? That team had a 44-win record. That means, and David sort of alluded to it a little bit earlier, you'd have to play 73% winning basketball just to get to the playoffs. That means the Lakers right now, the way I have it done, would have to go 39-19 from here on out just to make the playoffs, and these are the 3-time world champions.
You don't think they're looking at LeBron James, do you?
Oh, well, they're closer to LeBron James than they are the playoffs, I'll tell you that much. And Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant has not been a good half. And both were brilliant in the first half, especially Kobe, who really came out of the blocks. He's tied his career high with rebounds tonight, but he has struggled here in the fourth quarter, and Shaq's been almost non-existent. Tom touched on that earlier. He's got 2 free throws in the fourth quarter.
The expectations that this formerly great team can just turn it on and turn it off whenever they choose, that's starting to fade like the receding tide at Santa Monica Bay.
Shaquille O'Neal fouled. And that's where he's done most of his work tonight, from the free throw line. Foul is on Weber, his 5th. Shaq's hit 10 free throws tonight.
This game can provide such a psychological boost. The upcoming schedule for Sacramento, very difficult and challenging. At Portland Saturday night. Then they head east, where they play at Milwaukee, at New Jersey, at Minnesota.
Fox picks up the foul, and that'll be it for Rick.
Critical that the Lakers stay together. Worst thing that could possibly happen. This is Christie, who has injected herself into the fray. Same way that Glenn Rice's wife from Houston, when they were with the Lakers here, became part of the show.
.37.8 seconds remaining. And as Bill said, many of the purple seats are showing now in what was a packed and electric house at Staples Center tonight. George. Good pass, if you want to look at it that way, to Shaq. First field goal for Shaq.
It was definitely a pass.
In this half.
They just killed the clock here now. This is what I don't understand. Why you would hold on to that ball. Because in the NBA, you have to foul the ball.
Right.
And if you just keep it on the move and make them chase you, they can't stop the clock.
So Devin George becomes the second Laker to foul out. You take a look at the Pacific Division, the Western Conference standings, and that is not what you expect to see. The Lakers 2 games ahead of Golden State. Not even 2 games, actually.
I did not have the Lakers in last place in my pool by Christmas.
I didn't either. So the final 20 seconds. Kobe Bryant trying to get Jim Jackson up. He can't.
Jim Jackson's defense has been outstanding.
For all it was worth. And
I think we needed this. Is almost like our mid-season playoffs, if you could call it that. And hopefully this will keep us to be level-headed the rest of the season.
Jimmy Jackson in the last